Hello and welcome to the SheerLuxe Show. I'm Olivia Wayne and joining me on the sofa today are Charlotte Collins, Lou Huff and Tamara Corrin. Welcome ladies. Now coming up on today's show, Lou and Charlotte will be taking you through the best tops at Zara right now, from floral prints to sequin numbers. Fashion fans will love their edit. Plus, I'm going to be chatting all things teeth and sharing an expert's tips on how to keep your pearly whites healthy. But first, something that won't make your pearly whites healthy is cake and bake-off started this very week. How excited are you?
I love it. It's a bit warm for bake-off. I like it with like a cup of tea.
And a piece of cake.
Yeah, it's like kind of cinnamony, like a bit more autumnal.
Speaking of which, who loves cinnamon rolls?
I love
cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Ole and Steen
you like
the best cinnamon rolls.
Yes, well, that's the whole shtick. Anyway, we digress. Back to Bake Off.
Yes.
Did you watch it this week?
I did watch it, but I will enjoy it more in October.
Yeah.
I've got to catch up. Since it's moved from BBC to ITV or whatever it is.
Channel 4.
Sorry, so there you go. Has it lost any of its appeal for you or not really? It's irrelevant.
They've done it so cleverly.
Really?
Like Prue?
Love Prue. I think whoever put Sandy Toxvig with Noel Fielding is just a genius, a casting genius.
I was actually there, as in a hotel randomly for my parents' anniversary, and they were all having the meeting. And it was like in the bar. And I was like, that's funny, all these people together. And then it got announced.
That is
If only I would have been on it.
Yeah, you don't think it's a good combo?
I think Prue's amazing. I just can't get my head around Noel. I don't know, there's just something when I watch it, it just doesn't quite fit to me. Like, you're right. I think in a couple of weeks I'll be more into it because I feel at the moment it's still like summer's in. And
being in a hot bake. I mean, this week with the weather, could you imagine baking?
Oh my god.
No, but they've all filmed it all already.
No, I know, but it's just the concept for you. It's like
You want the inspiration,
exactly. But just seeing what they create is just
amazing.
Wow.
I know.
Are people clever? Are you good bakers? Do you make anything? Tamara, I bet you whip up things.
I'm not actually. My husband is. He's amazing. He finds it really therapeutic. He properly bakes, like amazing.
It.
I
love
properly
that.
bakes. Amazing.
Does he
cakes.
wash up?
Dishwasher, but usually in the sink. And then I'm like, you know what? He's made the cake.
you'll do it.
I've got to do
What's
it.
his speciality? What
Yeah.
kind of
Carrot cake with that cream cheese frosting.
Proper?
Yeah, proper cakes.
Does he do your kids' birthday cakes?
He's big on. No, not really. I'll do birthday cakes because I don't mind the icing. I like the creative side.
Right.
Yeah.
But he likes the actual cooking. He really loves to bake.
I would say though, if you've got good icing, it doesn't really matter if
What
the
the
cake's
cake is,
bad.
yeah.
No, I think the cake is the most important thing.
Do you?
Yeah.
See, I think for
So you
me
think the
it's all
good
about the
cake-
icing.
No, I think the cake is key. Like you can be like, oh, pretty icing, like nice designs. If it doesn't taste good on the inside, it's not
Agree,
good cake
because
for me.
you don't want all star no substance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
But that's like when that's soft. I'm not going to say the M word because it makes me gag.
Yeah.
You all know it.
You know it.
But lovely,
Yeah.
good, not dry cake. Oh.
But also quite airy. I pride myself on quite a like airy.
How do you do that?
Cake.
No, don't overbeat.
Don't overbeat,
Yeah.
and I don't know the amount of time that you do it for. My mum is an excellent baker, so
Really?
she's taught me well. So I remember.
What's your speciality then?
Just very simple, like lemon drizzle, maybe with a few
nice.
poppy seeds in there.
Oh, that's one of my dreams.
Yeah.
Maybe you could whip one up for me before I shop.
And like a thick crust of like sugar lemon icing.
Yeah, I think you need a good icing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you bake?
Oh, not really.
no.
Because you know what? Like I like the idea
You deliver
of it,
cakes
but
in?
no, I'm not that bad.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a thing, but if that's not a thing, it should be. I find it intimidating needing to know stuff like that. Like I just want to follow a recipe, but I don't know the technical stuff. Like oh, you need to beat it for if you do this, it will go wrong.
And it will tell you
If
that,
you can
so-
read, you can bake.
Yeah.
That's what my mother always
Okay, I
says.
do agree with Charlotte. There's certain things that you can read a recipe, but it's kind of like how long do you beat it for?
Yes.
Like which order do you sort of, like? I would do butter and sugar. Beat that first.
Yes.
Then add like sieve flour and then the eggs. But some people just like do it all together.
Yeah, and like
But
and I
there
don't
are
know the
rules.
science.
But it is a kind of engineering feat, a cake, isn't it? Because that's the whole point.
That's what puts me off actually baking. That's why I leave it to my husband.
And that's different to
Just
cooking, where
a
you
lot
can
of-
lump it all.
Yeah.
However, there are definitely easy recipes. Like my favorite and my kind of household staple, which actually I'm going to make tonight, is banana
Yeah.
bread.
We had that last night or the night before.
Do you make healthy banana bread?
Do you put chocolate chips in?
So I like a chocolate chip, but actually everyone in my family is like, why would you ruin it with chocolate chip? Like, it's not
really?
really
No, it needs a
chocolate.
chocolate
it needs
chip.
a chocolate
Or
chip.
with a
The
chocolate
beauty of
chip.
a non-chocolate chip is you could toast it with butter and almost make it like
It's
bread.
breakfast.
Oh, this is making me so hungry. Why did you not do this last night and bring it in?
And also,
Yeah,
there's so
very
many
good.
bananas that need doing. Like that is, and it's quick. So if you ever want to dabble,
So what's in it?
I mean, and also if you do it healthy, you don't even need so much flour. It's like banana, egg.
Do you add sugar?
I will do honey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still sweet. And also bananas are sweet. I don't like it overly sweet. I'm trying to think even in banana bread, if there is a kind of floury, maybe ground almonds. Like, I just Google it. There's one that comes up and it's literally like 4 ingredients.
I love that you've scheduled to make a banana
No,
cake.
I just thought about that now as I left my house and saw that
Loads of bananas,
banana fruit
Yeah,
basket.
let's do it.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. I follow a blogger who last night made banana bread and accidentally put 2 sticks of butter in when it called for 1, but she said it was unbelievable game changing.
I don't think there's ever going to be anything wrong with adding
Agreed.
butter. Into
Very,
sort of
very
thing.
Emmy word.
Banana bread with thick butter on top, like a bit toasted with thick butter.
A bit crunchy.
Or just with like, I mean, we spoke about this.
I mean, I
too
feel
long
like we
now.
should do
like Greek yogurt as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
have
you
that
could use some berries and make it really is breakfast.
Breakfast.
food.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh my god, my stomach literally just rumbled.
Yeah, lucky we're not starving. Right, let's move on. Lucy Barlow, founder and director of interior design studio Barlow & Barlow, shared her story about recycling her wedding dress on Instagram. This is interesting. So, Still White, a global wedding dress marketplace, was where Brigitte Anafar, a singer, brought her dress. There's obviously a market for it because, you know, you don't tend to wear them more than once, hopefully. So, what do you feel about kind of either buying a second-hand wedding dress or selling yours? You just got married?
Yeah, just kind of on that, I think I had seen both of these weddings separately and hadn't even put 2 and 2 together that it was the same dress, because the first one, Lucy, I remember actually Georgie sending me Lucy Barlow's wedding dress like before I got married, being like, oh my god, look at this dress.
Right.
And the second one, the second time the dress was worn was featured on Vogue as one of those weddings. And I think there's always been a sort of taboo around secondhand wedding dresses, or like it's something that you do if you can't afford to go into a store. That's what it always was. I love that has now changed, and this whole kind of sustainability thing has made it less about what it costs and more about, well, why buy something new if you could get something perfectly good condition that's pre-loved. And I love that.
And also beautiful and unique.
Yeah.
And also, I guess the whole point is that it's almost like something borrowed. I mean, I know you're
Completely,
buying it, but it have a bit of history and...
Exactly.
And they're so expensive. To think of that, obviously you're always going to have the memories of that, and I guess why some people don't part with it is the sentimental value. But to think that's literally just sat there and somebody else could be creating their own memories with that one dress is such an amazing thing.
And I just think it's even more special. These women now have this connection, and she said, like Lucy did an Instagram
Why do they
post
kind
about
of?
it. So the website, which I keep forgetting the name of,
Still White.
Still White, puts you in touch with the person.
That's
so
nice.
there's a conversation around
That
it.
is lovely, because if you're like, you send it down to your local, there's no, that story is not there.
To know that
Polly, our fashion assistant, she sold hers. She put hers on Instagram, and someone came to her house to like try it on. She said it was such a pleasant experience.
And the girl who bought it had seen, like before she even got engaged, had seen Polly's wedding, been like, oh, I love that dress, and then Polly put it up for sale.
Wow.
So, it's like it's really like making something so much more than just like.
Yeah, but imagine how
purchase.
awkward that would be if like you
didn't
came and
like
you're like, oh, this is hideous, and it's like, I wore that for my wedding.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be mindful
I
of that.
love the concept, but I can't give my dress away. I
love
just
it,
can't.
really?
I think it's my dress, and I don't want anyone else to wear it.
But that's so fair enough.
Yeah,
It's not like you should feel that. It's more that if you want to.
Yeah.
Mine is nicely packaged up in my mum's spare room.
Yeah.
And
And it will
she's like,
stay
you
there
must
for
take that.
years.
But it's huge. I don't know.
And what would you? Are you planning on doing?
I haven't really
anything?
thought about it, but I wouldn't want to get rid of it. My mum I think hers was actually like a bodice and skirt anyway. She dyed the skirt, had a top made to go with it, and then wore it for like evening
That's amazing,
things for ages.
Yeah, I was
going
going to dye mine actually. Mine was like a cream lace with like a kind of a latte coloured lining, and I was going to dye it navy. And I thought I'll wear it to other occasions.
Or like your daughter's wedding. If she doesn't want it,
Yeah, exactly. There we
just
go.
wear it down the line.
But
not
I
just
think
your daughter, any of your sons.
Does that feel as bad as giving it away
I
now?
don't. Yeah, I just think. But then I'm changing the whole dress.
Yeah.
Why?
Why would I do that? I don't know.
But then it's literally just in packaging forever.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
I know it
something to
doesn't
think
make
about.
sense.
Lou, just quickly, what do you think you'll do, or have you thought about it?
I think if I'm actually going on Saturday for my first appointment to go try things on.
So you're not looking second hand at this point.
I think if
Or
I
pre-love.
saw something that I was like, that is the one, I would have no kind of
Qualms
with doing that. Equally, in my head, I think I've got a vision of what I would like, so whether I end up designing that myself. But then, you know, I don't know how I feel at the end of it, whether I'll be like, okay, I want to pass this on for somebody else to have. I don't know. But we'll
And
see.
have you thought what you'll do?
Yeah, I've always said I'm going to give it to charity. I didn't know that this existed, this kind of, pass on thing. So maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I just feel like my wedding was I've got it so well documented.
Yeah.
The photos are better than, not better, but like, you know, I don't need to see it, and it's so much better giving it to a better home.
However, can I just say, recently my sister-in-laws and my mother-in-law got theirs out from like the cellar or whatever, and they all had a try-on of their dresses.
Oh, how fabulous.
And it was one of the best days.
Really?
Yeah,
it was
I bet.
so fun and joyful and hilarious as well.
Yeah, Georgie went to a party recently where she
That's
wore
hilarious.
her dress.
Yeah.
And so that's something to think about. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't save it for these things, but it was a wonderful experience
that's true,
seeing them
that's
in real
true.
life again and being like, really? You went for that? Weird. Okay, we better crack on. We are taking ages. Right, Marks & Spencer's confirmed plans to rename its Porn Star Martini drink following complaints made by members of the public. Let's just be very brief and quick on this. Is this PC gone mad? It's now going to be called a Passion Star Martini. What do you think?
Yes.
Are they normalising porn and making it mainstream, or is that just a well-known cocktail that everyone knows?
It's just silly. All cocktails have got silly names, like Sex on the Beach. They're going to change
Crack
that.
babies,
Yeah.
slippery nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be awkward?
Throwing out some wild cards here.
Those are the most awkward. Would that be weird buying that off the shelf?
No, I don't. I think cocktails, they come with peculiar names sometimes. And I think to take offence is a bit sensitive. It's a bit like the snowflake generation that seems to be happening, and everyone's a bit, you know, just be a bit more laid back. This is a drink.
The only thing I'd say, playing devil's advocate, is obviously, like, there's a lot of kind of controversy surrounding the porn industry, and I don't know, like, obviously it's very successful, but long term, I think it will only garner more controversy as, you know, more and more people, you know, it's very anti-feminist, all the things that are wrong with it, basically. I wouldn't be surprised if
women choose and want to be part of it.
Sure.
And are happy to be depicted.
But there's a
in
lot
that.
of bad stuff going on in that industry. So, for example, perhaps M&S have just jumped the gun and are ahead of the curve by changing it before everybody suddenly is like, whoa, why is this associated with such a negative industry?
Well, I think it was on the shelf first. I think it was actually because they've had loads of people say
it's definitely
these-
because of complaints.
Oh, well, that is a bit snowflakey.
Yeah.
You can't even say ladies and gentlemen on the tube.
I don't understand that.
It's just,
I
I
can't
saw a
get
whole
that.
interview with Piers Morgan basically saying, it's not necessarily that he agrees with half the stuff he says, but it's like, have we all gone a bit nuts that you're just so worried about offending people all the time, you can't even say or do or breathe, and everyone needs to just not take offence so much
Correct.
on the little things,
Yeah.
you know. There are some things that, just chill.
Yeah.
Finally, last weekend's G7 summit, at last weekend's G7 summit, French President Emmanuel Macron, who hosted this year's summits, debuted his new Fashion Pact, which is a set of shared objectives the fashion industry can work towards to reduce its environmental impact. Very important. Macron reported that 32 companies, about 150 brands have joined thus far. Some really big ones, like big names, Gucci, Stella McCartney, Nike, Alexander McQueen, and various others. Zara's in there, Gap's in there, so some good high street brands too. So the pact revolves around science-based targets in 3 areas: global warming, restoring biodiversity, and preserving the oceans. Lots of info on this, obviously. I'm guessing there's not going to be much controversy on this, that you don't agree with it. But is it time? Is it a bit slow that they've only just started doing this?
I think if you wanted to kind of take a skeptical view, you could say that it's a very big, flashy, public, you know, political announcement, and really it's 2019. These brands should have been doing this quietly in the background for a very long time. I think
Surely someone like Stella has been.
Stella has. So Stella's, and there's a whole load of other stuff going on with Stella at the moment that is really
But I would
positive.
say to that even if that is the case, the awareness that it is now brought to everybody, and maybe it's highlighted the brands that aren't on there. Why aren't they on there?
Yeah, like, where is H&M?
It's kind of only going to be a good thing, whether it's happening too late. Obviously, you know, that's not great, but at least it's happening now, and at least so many brands are on board, and there's such a huge conversation around it, and also these brands are sort of clubbing together. It's not sort of them going like at it individually, and you know, hopefully that will have so much more of a beneficial impact to kind of for the future.
And do you think it should filter down to the high street and like the online sites we all use
Absolutely.
all the time?
Absolutely. I also think just us talking about it, it's, you know, it's got everyone talking. Everyone's more aware, even if it has taken this long. And I think almost, all the high street brands are going to have to, they're almost going to be forced almost
Well, they
to go
should
down
be.
there. Yeah, I
it's
agree.
kind of
I
silly
agree.
now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and just finally, when talking of the summit, we should mention the fashion from Brigitte Macron and Melania Trump. Images will come up. You two can take this away a little bit.
Well, we thought it was very interesting kind of representation of both of their styles.
Yeah.
Obviously, these outfits are very, very rehearsed, scheduled, planned, thought about.
Which is almost more interesting with some of the choices.
Yes,
Really?
yeah.
What about this? And put this on?
Yeah, one of the things, so Melania Trump, I think the first image she's wearing head to toe white. She's wearing Calvin Klein, Raf Simons Calvin Klein, which is old. So it's interesting that they would have had to buy that as opposed to
it's within
it's
her
not been
wardrobe.
lent. Yeah, it's in her wardrobe. And a white Birkin.
Yeah.
Whether that's appropriate for that's a pretty spenny handbag, isn't it? So how appropriate that is for a serious political summit, I don't know. And Brigitte
But
Macron,
arguably, that type of handbag is one that you keep forever. It's not throwaway.
it's white. And supposedly she has over 20, so no judgment, but sure. And then Brigitte Macron in bright red, Louis Vuitton.
Oh, I really hated this
You don't like that dress, no?
really.
with the
Was
cold
that the cutout
shoulders.
shoulders?
Yes.
It's
I'm
just so
sorry.
Dated.
Yeah, there's a way to show a shoulder, and for me, that is not the way.
I completely agree with you.
It wasn't a good fit either.
No.
Also, like that niche length.
Yeah, it was.
It's like-
And the shoes as well. The shoes Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, the Louis Vuitton shoes.
And I don't know.
It's the
It just
contrast, yeah.
that really didn't work for me.
Yes.
I think the utility dress looks better.
I would have liked to have seen it longer.
Bit longer, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I think I really like. I think what you want out of a first lady from any country is to really represent the country that they're from.
Yeah,
so,
completely.
and obviously, that previously before Hollande, there was her name's gone from my head. Oh, the supermodel. Anyway, fabulous representation.
Carla Bruni.
Carla Bruni,
Yeah,
thank
sorry.
you. Representation of French style. I'm not sure that we're getting that from Brigitte Macron
Completely.
yet. It's not like, oh, so chic, so French.
Yeah.
Whereas,
You know what? For someone French, it's really not chic.
No,
what she's
no.
wearing.
no.
That cutter. I mean,
Yeah.
that is so.
So ill-fitting. And she could look amazing. I
Yes.
think there's sort of
And also, you have all the tools at your disposal.
Yeah. Whereas actually Melania Trump, whether you like her style or not, at least looks very polished and fabulous.
And then the other outfit,
Well, that kind of encompasses
Yeah.
both. Yeah,
the
utility.
denim. It was like
Yeah.
a denim dress almost.
Utility. Who? Brigitte Macron?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
utility style. Yeah.
But again, I was just not even niche for me. Right. Okay. Next up, you two better come up with the Trumps because Lou and Charlotte are going to be showing you the best blouses on the high street right now. Don't go anywhere or away.
Hi, I'm Lou Huff. I'm Head of Fashion and Creative at SheerLuxe, and today I'm going to talk you through some of my favourite and key pieces within my wardrobe. Number one would be a very classic boyfriend shirt. When I'm getting ready, I want to wear pieces that make me feel good. They enhance my style. They don't take over my look. I couldn't talk about my wardrobe favourites without talking about this. So any opportunity I have to really dress up, I would wear this. The absolute basic essential to my wardrobe would be denim. I counted, I've got 25 pairs. This just with t-shirt and jeans, pair of boots, my bag, good to go. Like the rest of my style, I tend to keep my accessories quite minimal, but if I was going for a jazzy accessory, I've got this hair clip, which is probably so un-me, but I just think it adds a little something to a look. On days when you've got nothing to wear and you want to wear something pretty boring, these are my go-to.
We don't discriminate when it comes to Zara clothes, but right now they're doing tops and blouses particularly well. So we thought we would bring you our edit of the best out there. And I mean, they look good online and they look even better in real life, don't
They do, and it's so nice to see some autumn pics that aren't super dark. I think sometimes it can go a little bit like, whoa, it's new season,
Yes.
whereas this still feels current enough to wear now.
They're very transitional, aren't
Completely.
they? So let's start with this first one, which, I mean, I think
my
this is
God.
probably quite a favourite for both of us, isn't
Absolutely love this, and I feel like actually this would look really nice with what I'm wearing right now.
it? It would look nice with your outfit. I think it's quite Isabel Marant too.
Very, very.
This is quite a theme, the kind of extra little shoulder details.
Yeah,
that you've got on
again, yeah,
yours as
mine's
well.
actually a Zara top as well, and
Yeah.
that's definitely, very Isabel. We saw a lot of that on her runway.
Definitely. So you're seeing it on this way currently, which is obviously the way it's supposed to be, and it's got the tie belt at the front. But then
Cute.
also, I think we're going to show it this way because you can wear it as a blouse, like a kind of button-up blouse as well. And actually, this wraps around.
So nice.
I reckon it's meant to do that because There's no labels in the way. You know, it fits perfectly both ways around.
Okay, perfect. And also it is quite cropped, so I think go with a high-waisted trouser for this. But so pretty.
Yes,
I love it.
so pretty. So that's a good one. And that's
Cool.
$25.99, something
Okay.
like that. Okay, next up this, which, oh, here we go. This, I mean, how pretty is that?
Oh, so is that stars? on
Yes,
it?
like mini
really
stars.
Really beautiful, like embroidery detail. It's that sheer fabric again, which is everywhere. But I think the embroidery makes it feel like a little bit more covered. So
Definitely.
you know, you're not having a bra on show as much.
Sheer is actually very much a theme of a lot of the ones that
Yeah.
we've got coming up. And yeah, this isn't too exposing. And just a really good day to night top. Everything,
Yeah.
we shot everything with jeans,
Yeah.
you know, which is proof that they're all great like jeans and a top
Yeah.
outfits. But add leather skinnies as well.
Amazing.
Really
I love a
useful.
good going out top. I feel
Yes.
like that's so, like amazing. I mean, you definitely could wear it for the office, but
Yeah.
I think a summer going out top,
Yes.
light evenings, perfect.
I agree. Okay, we've got this silky number next. I love an oversized silk shirt, and often they can be very thin, which means they
Yeah.
can be static or kind of sit in the wrong place, but this one is a little bit heavier, which does mean it keeps you covered.
Yeah, and this actually also comes with a matching skirt, which I tried on a couple of weeks ago, and it looks amazing in
Very
that head
chic.
to toe, super, super chic. But as you said, amazing, almost like, it's a little bit like jacket-y. I
Yes.
think you could definitely wear like this over a t-shirt, or, you know, have it buttoned
Cami.
up, exactly.
Yeah.
Quite sexy.
Yeah,
Literally.
it is sexy. Yeah, again, and also if you don't like, you know, it's a really nice long, so
Yeah.
oversized, baggy, feels comfortable, but it's not a jumper. So.
No, exactly. And also I'd love that with like cream tailored or that sort of khaki, almost like
Yes.
utility trend.
Again, even with the trousers we're wearing now.
Yeah. They're a
chic.
win, these trousers.
They are, yes, they're also from Zara. Okay, another white blouse. I'm just obsessed with the sleeves on this. Zara are doing puff sleeves so well right now.
And you sell this with jeans as well, but again,
Again,
this is the type of thing you can wear with everything, pretty much.
Exactly. I mean, there's not that much more to say about it, is there? It
No.
just, it works tucked in. I was actually really surprised as well how many of these look good untucked.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's been a trend for a really long time, tucking everything in. But
Yeah.
these are really easy to wear with a boyfriend, just not.
And I think, again, because it's a little bit cropped and it's got that slightly A-line shape, nothing's too sort of tight, and, you know, then you've got the big puff sleeve, so it's really about like the silhouette that you're creating.
Yeah, exactly. I think it looks much more expensive than it is.
Yeah,
So that's a good one.
definitely.
Okay, next up we have this. Very sheer, not for the faint-hearted. I think a black bra is probably best.
Okay.
I was happening to wear a white bra at the
Okay.
time, but yeah, I would go with black. And it's got this gorgeous pussy bow on the black. I mean, it's just so pretty, isn't it?
Oh, I love this. And I think that it was like a black tuxedo blazer over the top of it. I think I would probably layer this rather than have it by itself. You know, you've got to be pretty brave.
That's me.
That's who works for you. But such a lovely colour, like dusty
Yes.
rose as well. Again, we'll go with like, you know, camels with denim,
Yeah.
with black. Really lovely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, not much more to add. Gorgeous. Okay, then we've got this, which I feel is such a Zara staple, but there's a reason for that. It's just so wearable,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and so easy to wear. And I think with all of these, sometimes you just want those pieces that you can just throw on, feel really comfortable. It makes an outfit. You don't have to worry too much about accessorizing and styling. And that's why these are so good.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you can eat whatever you want and throw it on over everything. And
Yeah.
it's just comfy, oversized, casual, dress it up with some earrings.
Yeah.
Easy.
Good like maternity blouse as well.
Yes.
Like, you know, really
Here you go,
easy.
Olivia. One for you. Nice, all the space. Okay, another puff sleeve number now. I love this. It's very
is that the same
it's
shape as
not,
the white?
It's the same. It's very.
I think maybe it is.
I think it's the same shape.
Yeah.
Different pattern and texture. But you know, something a little bit different. The colour.
Yeah, and that for me is a colour that I would be like, oh, I'm not sure how I would wear that actually. So I almost think that with a really light denim would make that look a bit cooler.
Yes, just avoid black. I think.
Yeah.
But you can't really go wrong. And just normal boyfriend jeans.
Yeah.
Again, really easy. A pair of heels.
Cream jeans look really nice.
Yeah, really, really nice. Again, a good kind of transitional top, but also nice for spring.
Yes,
So you'll get a lot of
lovely.
wear out of that.
I feel like that actually you could wear that way around as well. Have the they've all got these little buttons
Could
at the
do.
back, so you could have that
Yeah.
open as well. Really
Yes,
cute.
good.
Very versatile.
It makes a bit more daytime actually to have it open like that. Very nice. Okay, another white now. I feel like this is a real hero. It's
Yes.
it's all over their site at the moment. They kind of styled it with everything. It's just, it looks so expensive, this.
It really, really does. But this also looks like me. I mean, obviously this looks amazing. But if you've got like maybe a simple white shirt at home and you want to update a little bit and you're into your DIY and textile skills, you can add a couple of things like that.
You could, it's true. It's just a kind of white base with some applique,
Yeah.
isn't it? I personally love a little collar like this. We
Yeah.
talk all the time about layering a jumper with this kind of thing,
Yes.
have it poking out. The sleeves don't do that, but
No,
the
as well,
bottom it does.
Yeah, if you had like a crop jumper and then you've got that coming out.
Exactly.
So sweet.
So yeah, really sweet, really pretty, and just kind of makes a crisp white shirt.
yeah.
Bit more interesting, doesn't
Zara
it?
really are nailing it on the top shot, on the top front.
They really, really are. Okay, another pink number for you. This looks better on, I think, than it does on the hanger. I love it's like a really boxy because it's actually got a zip here on the side, which means that it sits right on your hips, exactly as if it was elasticated, which gives it that perfect kind of crop.
And then you go high-waisted, so it goes into it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, really cute.
I also love that it's got the high neck, but it's not, you can see that the button isn't at the very top here, so it's like a high neck, but it's not.
Folds over.
So it folds over, it falls a bit. It's not a kind of restrictive high neck. So again, if you like that look, but you don't want to do something that kind of feels all tight, then that's the perfect way to do it.
Really pretty. And I think, I don't know, this is giving me sort of like prairie vibes as well. So if you're not into the dress look, maybe that's a nice way to sort of dip your toe into the trend without going full on.
Especially because it's satin as well, so it doesn't feel too kind of...
And you can probably add like a little bit of a masculine styling touch to that if you wanted to, if it's a bit too...
Also love the red. I would add red to that. But
definitely.
Yeah, if not, just jeans.
Yeah, bright red trousers are amazing.
Cool, right. Okay, here, this is my favourite.
Oh,
I
hero.
absolutely love this. Again, really surprised at how nice this looked on. It's like part jumper, part top, so easy to wear. Again, I just tucked it into high-waisted jeans. And it just is, I mean, it's just cool, right?
Zara they do sequins so well, and you're right, it's the shape, like the big puff sleeve, the kind of the silhouette that it creates. I love that it's actually a V-neck as well. I would never have thought I would be drawn to a V-neck top like that. And it's almost got like a slight pleating as well in it. So I think it's just those little things that just make it a real standout. And we were talking about whether you could wear this for a wedding and how you would wear that as well, and I would totally wear it.
Yeah, I think a pair of black culottes would definitely make, some killer heels, really wedding appropriate. And you don't actually have to accessorise it too much.
Absolutely
not.
It's
quite, it makes a statement. Between Trini and Zara, they've made sequins for daytime work as well, haven't they? So
probably on both of our wish lists.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to be buying that $49.99. Win.
Nice.
Great. Any favourites?
The sequin one. Absolutely love that. I think it's amazing. And also, I think actually
number one.
This one is really, really cute.
Seriously good. All right, well, get down to Zara now. As usual, everything will be linked in the show notes below. Don't go away. Olivia's going to be right back talking dental hygiene.
Hello and welcome to the Pink House. Come on in, let me show you around.
Now, good oral hygiene doesn't just affect your pearly white gnashes. Gum disease is linked to everything from heart disease to diabetes and even dementia. Regenerate is a brand that puts enamel science first, and here to tell us all about how to look after our teeth better. And their ambassador is Megan Fairhall, dental hygienist and dental therapist at Harley Street Dental Clinic. Welcome, Megan. So, tell us, first up, how can we keep our gums and mouths healthy?
So the main factor, there's lots of factors, but one of the main ones is obviously you're there every day looking after your teeth at home. So the more that you can be doing at home with your brushing, flossing, using a good toothpaste, it's the ongoing maintenance every day that's going to really make a difference there.
Is consistency key, and how often should we be brushing, flossing, mouthwashing, all the stuff? Sorry, I can't speak. My mouth needs a little bit of a refresh.
So with regards to toothbrushing, twice a day, once in the morning and then once in the evening before bed, especially after you've had a day of food, debris and plaque build-up, it's good to make sure you're removing that with your toothbrush. I'd always recommend an electric toothbrush as well over your manual toothbrush. They always come up tops in all the studies. They have been produced to give a good technique, otherwise with a manual brush, you're just left to your own devices. So always go with an electric brush. And flossing, ideally twice a day as well, really. We need to be cleaning in between the gaps of the teeth. Each time you toothbrush, the bristles don't get right in between the gaps of the teeth, even with your electric brush. Still don't quite get into the gaps. So some kind of in between the teeth cleaning, whether that be flossing or the little interdental brushes.
Love those.
Or there's the air flossers these days as well. There's lots of different
What, like
products out
powers
there.
air through?
Yeah, and water.
Fun. That's very dentist.
Yes, it's a little bit more advanced technology these days, but they are generally very good. But like I said, there's lots of different products out there to clean in between the teeth. Whichever you get along with best, I think is the best to use, because if you get along with it, you're more likely to pick it up and actually use it.
Now here's something we all want to know. Do you brush your teeth before or after breakfast?
So I would always advise brushing your teeth before breakfast. Okay, whenever you have your breakfast, generally speaking, people will have things that are acidic in their diet, and whether it's orange juice, smoothies, fruit juices or fruit, these things will then soften the enamel layer of your teeth.
Right.
If you then go and brush your teeth straight after using them, then you're going to brush away the
That
enamel.
makes me feel sensitive.
Mm-hmm,
Is that what
possibly.
could bring
That's
on
what it could lead
sensitivity?
to. Yes, exactly, yeah. So always
Interesting.
before breakfast. And if you wanted to, after breakfast, freshen up a little bit, you could always use a mouthwash. Regenerate have their advanced foaming mouthwash. This helps to get in between the gaps of the teeth. It forms
I
micro
want to
bubbles.
try that right now.
Give it a
go. Where would I spit? That lovely bowl. No. Okay, but it foams up and then you...
Yeah.
How long do you keep it in your mouth for? Swilling around?
It's about 30 seconds, this one.
Okay.
Swill it around and then just spit the debris and the remainder into the sink there. But yeah, it's a nice handy one. I would also advise using a mouthwash throughout the day if you needed to. Again, if you felt like after lunch or something you wanted to remove any debris. It's not good to overbrush either. We don't want people brushing more than
Right.
twice a day.
Okay, that's good to
because
know.
That can actually then, you're wearing away at the tooth enamel too much again. So
Boy,
twice
this
a day.
enamel balance is so key.
It's very important, yes.
What are the telltale signs that you're not brushing properly or you're damaging your teeth or gums or...
To dental professionals, we know when you haven't brushed your teeth, okay? If you come in
Also,
and go,
like,
"Oh, I think-"
why aren't you brushing your teeth?
Yeah, well, people, it's surprising what the amount the population are just doing it once a day. Also with a manual toothbrush, I think the average that people brush for is 40 seconds. That's why an electric toothbrush is so important. You've got your timer on it.
How
and
long should you
things.
brush for?
2 minutes,
2
twice
minutes,
a day.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, there's obvious telltale signs to us as dental professionals when patients come in: red gums, bleeding gums, soreness in the mouth and things, you know. So you've got to look out for these signs, but having your regular checkups with your dentist, with your hygienist, this helps to maintain the oral health as best we can for you.
Let's talk about enamel erosion, because you keep talking about enamel.
Yeah.
How can you prevent it? What are the key causes of it?
Yeah, so enamel erosion, this is mainly caused by acidic food and drinks.
Okay.
So when anything acidic is onto the teeth, it softens the enamel process. Your enamel will then kind of harden back up after about an hour. So each time you have anything acidic, it takes an hour for the mouth's
right.
pH levels to return back to normal. So with that said, this is why we're saying about the brushing. You have to do it before, or at least wait an hour after having anything acidic.
If you swilled water around or something, would that do anything to the enamel?
Not overly, no. The best things you can do is eat things like cheese. That helps
That's always the best thing you can do in life.
exactly.
Right, oh, why?
Always carry cheese on you.
That's very alkaline.
Yes, it's to do with the pH levels, the acid and alkalines. So if you have something acidic, if you could balance it out by having a piece of cheese afterwards. An excuse for some cheese.
Any excuse for some cheese. Okay, so not brushing during that sweet spot window will really help not prevent it. But if you eat too much acidic food, should you almost consider like holding back off that too?
Yeah, definitely. You need to reduce the amount of sugar and acidic exposures you're having throughout the day. Like I say, each time you have something acidic, your mouth pH level drops, and then that's when decay and erosion and things can occur. It takes an hour to recover, but if you think all day, if you're constantly having something acidic or sipping on a tea with sugar in it all day, you're constantly
or
in that
even
state.
lemon, hot lemon. Is that awful?
Oh, awful.
I used to have a Canarino, which is hot lemon and water.
Yeah.
That's all I drank, and I had to stop because the dentist was like, "You need to stop this."
If you're going to have these things, drink them all at once. Don't sip on it throughout the day. That's the worst possible thing you can do. So just drink everything, whether it be a juice, lemon water, carbonated.
Shot it.
Yeah, literally, down in one go. But just don't sip on it throughout the day.
That's great advice. And also, if you're a snacker, is that
Yeah.
almost bad for your enamel
Yeah,
too?
grazing, any kind of
Grazing.
grazing on food. Yeah, so it's
Have your
best to
3 meals and
condense
have a
it.
good break.
Exactly, yeah.
Goes against all the other stuff, but so much to
It
weigh
is
up here,
hard to
Megan.
find a balance,
Yes.
exactly, but it is possible.
Okay, tooth sensitivity, that happens to lots of us,
Yeah.
I guess. How do you prevent that? What products can you recommend
Yeah.
for that? And also, just tell us about kind of, is brushing alone enough?
Yeah.
For all these things, for enamel, for sensitivity, or do you need to do
So
more?
if you've got sensitive teeth, the best thing to do is first identify the cause, why you're getting sensitive teeth, and again visiting your dentist or hygienist, then you can discuss this and why you're getting the sensitive teeth. And then the next thing is eliminating that reason, but also then preventing it further. Toothpastes are great because a lot of toothpastes contain a fluoride content. This fluoride can help to reduce sensitivity.
That's good. So fluoride's good, but for
yeah.
adults, not children.
There's different levels with
Right.
children and for adults, yeah, at different age groups. But generally, yeah, the adult toothpastes all contain the right amount of fluoride. Regenerate toothpaste itself has another technology
the
to
toothpaste?
it. Yeah, the toothpaste here. And you can use that alongside the serum as well for sensitivity and especially for erosion. If you've got early enamel erosion, this can help to regenerate the mineral content of the tooth, basically.
So what is the serum and how does it work?
So the serum you can use once a month for 3 days straight, 3 minutes at a time. And again, it just really helps
Have a look.
to rebuild and regenerate the enamel content within the tooth.
Oh, so it's like the it's like if you did teeth whitening with the
It's
gum,
a little tray, yeah.
like a tray, and you pop it
You
in.
pop it in,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And it just helps to kind of rebuild the enamel and then also soothe it for sensitivity and things like that as well. A lot of my whitening patients I like giving this to. It's a nice, helps kind of settle any sensitivity and things with whitening.
Is whitening okay for enamel and
Yeah.
oral health?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Right.
There's, everything with whitening is long-term tested. There's no issues with it there. We would definitely not be doing anything to our patients that would be harming their teeth. So, it's all safe.
But
and
you need to be
effective.
looking after them properly.
But yeah,
at the
some
same
people
time.
might get a bit of sensitivity with it, but other than that,
And just talk to us about this mouthwash flossing thing. You said before you need to floss hopefully twice a day.
Yeah, ideally.
If you aren't doing that, what's an absolute non-negotiable? Once a day, every other day,
like once a day at least, I would say, because like I said, every time you toothbrush, the bristles don't get in between the gaps, so there's always going to be something left behind. Now,
What do you do, Megan?
I
Be honest.
I brush once a day,
Twice a day, I hope.
Once
No.
in the morning.
Yeah.
I floss. I like the little brushes that get in between the gaps of
Yeah.
the teeth. To be honest, I often use them in the day when I'm at work, in between patients.
Well, is that a good tip? If you have like
yeah.
in your handbag or something,
100%.
a pack of those
Yeah.
sticks, then if you're like, ooh, you could just,
Definitely.
when you go to the loo, quickly do it. At least you're covering.
Find another time of day that's convenient for you to do it. It doesn't have to be when you're brushing.
It's not
Often-
acceptable to do it on a public transport. though.
that
That's
would be a
gross.
bit strange.
Yes, gross.
So using some kind of cleaning aid in between the teeth at least once a day, I would say, particularly more towards the end of the day when you've had lots of bits build up in between the teeth.
Fine.
And then adding a mouthwash in, like I say, you're better off.
Do you use mouthwash?
Yes, I do. I would again use it ideally at different time to brushing.
Right.
It doesn't really have a benefit if you're using it at the same time as brushing. It has the fluoride content in mouthwash is the good part of it, and the same with your toothpaste. But if you use them at the same time, it doesn't double the amount of fluoride you get. It's a fluoride hit each time. So having your fluoride
Fluoride hit.
that's what it is. So if you're doing your brushing in the morning, I'd use a mouthwash during the day, maybe after lunch, and then brushing in the evening, and then using your little brushes or some floss in between the day.
And this is all teeth, but does all this play a part for gums? Or is there something separate you should be doing for your gums?
No, it's all the same, yeah.
Right, okay,
so
fine.
teeth and gums, obviously the gums hold the teeth in place. So you need to be just brushing along the gum line, making sure you're getting down to the gum line when you are brushing. And the same with your cleaning aids, getting in between down to the gum line and things as well. So it's kind of
learnt a
covering
lot
all
here.
surfaces.
Can't wait to go and scrub my nastas, but don't scrub.
No, don't scrub.
Hold the toothbrush on, the electric.
Yeah. so
Don't move
especially-
it.
Yeah, especially with the electric toothbrush, So with the electric toothbrush, you just got to hold it in place. The action of the bristles will do all the work for you. So there's no need to additionally scrub or push too hard because, again, that will wear at the enamel and cause tooth surface loss. Can also wear at the gums as well and cause recession. So you've got to watch your techniques.
Oh, we've got a lot to practice. And just
notes.
finally, is it true that you shouldn't rinse after brushing your teeth? Is that true?
Yeah, so basically once you finish brushing, you just want to spit any of the kind of remainder out into the sink, but don't rinse your mouth out with any water or anything afterwards.
This is like new.
Yeah.
The new thought.
What you need to do is leave a bit of the toothpaste in there to work its magic and get the added benefits from it. Otherwise, if you're rinsing it out with water afterwards and, you know, getting the rest in the sink, then it's just all gone, the toothpaste. So you
The enamel in the sink, though, is brilliant.
you want to kind of leave a little bit on there, and then the fluoride content and everything will work its magic within the teeth, yeah.
I've learned a lot, Megan. Thank you so much.
No
All right,
problem.
well, thanks for joining us today. You
Thank
can
you
find
for
out
having me.
a lot more about Regenerate and how to practice good oral hygiene in the show notes below. Thanks also to, of course, the SheerLuxe ladies. We're going to be back next week with more food, fashion, and beauty. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and tell your friends. Bye-bye.